Yo. Alright, so I'm going to do part two of the most underrated heroes. Since it's been a while. We did win last KVK, by the way. I just did not get any footage. I didn't care to be honest with you. Just probably gonna stick to making like tips videos. I'm just kinda over this damn battle system. It wasn't difficult. It's just boring having to go against infantry all the fucking time. Like it's no thinking. It just it's just boring. But anyway, so my last hero is most underrated. And when I mean underrated, I don't mean that they're under. I kind of mean that they're undervalued, and you don't see a lot of. Most of what I see is fucking Steel Sharper and Gideon. Like that's all anybody ever uses. Nobody uses nobody else but those. So it's fucking ridiculous. Like it's annoying actually. But Oget Mail was my last one. This guy right here, he's on level 100 now. I'm trying to get him on up there. And when I get him to 120, ooh, it's going to be nasty. Because, I mean, the man is ridiculous. He really is. If you're trying to make your infantry tanks, he's the way to go. Pair him with like someone like Jason or Faceless Knight who increases the attack and HP just like he does. Or him and Gideon. Like, the possibilities are endless. Like, your infantry will be pretty nasty playing him. But he was the last one. My hero this time is gonna be my pick. It's gonna be Corrado. Now, I only have Corrado 3 stars, but just going by and looking at all of the heroes or whatever, this dude is beast. He's beast, and you'll probably never see him being used ever. But I'm going to keep collecting his shards, and I'm gonna keep working on him, and I'm gonna give him the 120. And I'm gonna either pair him with Mina or I'm gonna pair him with Asherai because I got Asherai at 120. And you can see in the hero groupings, all that work I did on her, she's not even here. I mean, I know you don't have to go by this, but the game's pretty much giving you a cheat sheet on what heroes to use and what to put on them. Now, you have to pay for all this shit. Now, Mina, now actually, none of the War Machine heroes you actually have to pay for. You just have to like keep getting their shards in exchange at the exchange team, which is great, which is good because um our War Machine heroes don't get a lot of love, but you got all these overpowered ass infantry heroes and stupid or cavalry heroes, But this dude here, super underrated. And I'm going to get to the point where I'm not even gonna use Asher anymore. I'm probably gonna strip her to be honest with you, because she's fucking useless. Like she does nothing. Like this is good. Her War Machine attack and defense. And before I got Ryan to 120, she was actually my second strongest hero behind Dolan. So the game auto generated her for me to attack with. So I mean I still use her, but it's like the current, I guess the current um just the battle system now, it heavily favors infantry. And y'all hear me bitch about this all the time, and I'm gonna continue to do so until they fix this shit. And I think they're doing test servers now, but they're useless. They really are. They're fucking useless. Um, they're now I've had success with them on castles, which that's what they're supposed to do. But going against infantry in the palace, nothing. They tickle them because they don't do so well against T11 infantry. And like I said, maybe it's just me because if I'm sitting at Asherai and Dolan, yeah, my machines may be at 550% or whatever, but that doesn't mean shit against infantry with 554 or what have you, or 64, because they use Dolan, they use this guy right here. That's all they fucking do. So pair that with T11 infantry. My machines are only T2, so once again that may be an issue. They're only starred up to 2. They're not starred up to 3. I'm working on my archers right now, and honestly, when I get enough archers, that's all I'm fucking using. That's it. That's all I'm using. So I'm gonna work on a Retra, and shit. I don't know, man. It's difficult trying to do anything with these damn heroes because you gotta buy them. Like you gotta buy a Reacher, you gotta buy badge, you gotta buy fucking Gideon. Well, you gotta necessarily buy Gideon, but Gideon on level 60 is still overpowered as fuck. So it don't even fucking matter with him. But you just gotta, the Archer heroes definitely you gotta buy. Like, yeah, there's no way around it. Like, they have packs. You get them in these events, you gotta buy. Like, come on. Like, it's everything's locked behind a paywall. Then this kind of why I don't want to play this shit no more. But anyway, here, so it goes. Here I am. So I might as well start complaining about it. This is another guy, but we're gonna get to him later. Third part. Corrado. The reason why he is so underrated, because one, you'll never fucking see him used, and I could put honestly the whole War Machine troop type in this whole category. All of them fucking severely underrated. Nobody uses them. Um, but his born skill, or the skill he comes with, is Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt, I'm gonna do peak status because mine's only at 25%. Peak status, he does 66.85% of the attack damage dealt by war machines will be dealt again as additional damage. So if he damages, if he damages the enemy troops by 67%, he does 67% damage. He doubles back and does that again. That's ridiculous. That's like Mina. I think does like 80% maxed out, right? Because right now I got her at 93. She's at 47 right now with me. Let's see. Yeah, 80%. And it helps that you have if you have infantry. And let's see where's Chochin. She's a good one. Oh, let me go up here. 71%. Okay. So that's 71% damage done. Alright, so that's actually really, really good. What I would say is if you pair Karai and Chochin together, or Karai and Mina together, it does not matter. Both of these are going to be fucking devastating because he does double damage, and then plus the damage that the other hero is gonna do. And I'll say Chochin a little bit more, even though I think they have Mina as the yeah, they have her as the max value with him. But I'm kind of gonna beg to differ, and I only say that because if Corrado is gonna double back and do the same amount of damage he did the first time he hit somebody's infantry, Chojin is gonna do damage, and then when the war machines die, which they will, they're gonna do more damage because they self-explode. That's you're getting quadruple damage on people's infantry. Like the whole point of this whole thing is to it's just like a video game that you play on the console or whatever. You see somebody's HP, take that shit out. It's the same way here. Your HP, like their HP is gonna diminish sending these two heroes. And they may not win, but they should do enough damage to where somebody can come behind you maybe. Like say if they're defending the palace, somebody has all these down T11 infantry. And this leads me to believe that the game doesn't give a shit about war machine stats. And I say that because none of these heroes, as you can see, that's in the hero grouping, that's recommended, does anything remotely to except this guy, except Ganzenfar, but Ganzenfar, do I? Oh, I thought I had. I was about to say what the fuck, except this guy, but he garbage. Nobody's gonna use him. That's only 20% increase. You may as well not use him. Like just stick to Asherah. If you gotta just stick to her. Hell, even her at level 60 is better than this dude. Like he's fucking useless. Why is he even in the game? Action would be cool, but he only does damage when your war machines die or get wounded. Well, what fuck is good is they're gonna do if they don't get hit. You know. So the thing is with that, I just I really don't think they give a shit about war machine stats. The only thing I think they care about is damage. Now, yeah, here, if you put infantry attack on her at level 30, that's 48%. That's a lot. Like that's even less. That's still less than what Asherah does at 120 without any skills on her. That's just her skill. She does 63% plus increase in attack. Okay, that's 48%, and we're gonna put her here on. That's 40%. So that's 88%, and that'll be good depending on if your war machines are even like decent enough to do to you know to basically. And what am I trying to say? I forget the word, and I'm not gonna edit this shit out. So To benefit, there it is. If they're even gonna benefit from having these skills at level 30. But 88% is, I mean, that's okay. And then you got your HP, which is obviously is gonna be in your defense. So they're telling you that if you put these two at 120 and put both of their skills as maxed out, then you'll be good. But that's difficult as shit to do. You gotta have a shit ton of gems, and like, who's really gonna do that without spending money in like a decent amount of time? So it's kind of frustrating, but if you can do that, so if I take all my skills off of Asherai, she's on level, let's say level 21 right now, which is 33%, pretty good. So if I put these on Mina when I get her to 120, it's just going to transfer over to 33%, and that's really going to knock my machines down a lot. Because when I use Asherai, I use Dolan too. Asherai benefits because this is 63%, 33%, and Dolan is another 42%. Between those three elements right there, my machines are able to like reach up well above 500%. They're going to be probably at 300%, taking all that shit away. But I'm almost wondering, will it even fucking matter at that point? And I'm kind of interested as to see if those stats, like dropping those stats, will matter if I have these War Machines heroes doing so much damage. Maybe it'll, like, compensate for it. Because everyone knows the higher stats, the more damage you do to the enemy troops. But the reason why damage heroes are honestly more important than the heroes that make your stats look pretty are is because, one, you have decent stats, plus you have that extra damage. That's the whole point of the game, is to damage your opponent's troops. All right, sorry, had to go stop the oven. Timer had went off, but so I'm almost wondering, like, will it even be worth it? So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna push Mina to 120, and then I'm probably going to push Corrado to 120. Uh, just because it'd be easier and it'd be a little bit faster, and I won't have to worry about shit. It'd be like 10 months down the line before I finally get one of these. Mina's almost there. Well, she's actually at 4 star now, so I just need to get her to 5 star. So once I do that, I'll start working on this guy. Because he'll compensate. He really will. Like, he'll compensate for not having Chochin at any decent amount of levels. So what I will do is I'll make sure my infantry can hold, the war, like, can hold defenses back enough for my war machine to do damage. Because that's basically here what you would need to do. You don't, with Chochin, you kind of want them to die. As weird as that is, you want them to die because they're gonna hit. They're gonna obviously strike first, and I say that because range infantry are they're not the slowest. I'll say movement speed wise is cavalry, infantry, archers, then machines. So with infantry being only the second fastest in the game, and they don't move that fast, and they have these giant ass swords and all this armor on. With them moving like that, they're going to get hit. And by the time they get to the machines to actually strike and attack them and, chop the wood up, I mean, they've already been damaged. And then when they do hit them, because they have to get close enough to the machines to actually strike them after if they can manage to get past your infantry, then what happens? Shochin, oh, there it is, bam, self-destruct. He self-destructs. So that's additional damage. See, that's pretty fucking cool. So that's additional damage. But um whatever their opponents, I think it's the opponent's infantry HP, they'll deal 11% of their max AS damage to the last. Oh no, whatever your machine HP is, that's how much a percentage they'll take. They'll extra damage they'll do, which is still pretty fucking good. That's still good, I think him at 120. That's Jesus, man. Maybe I need to work on. Maybe I need to work on him instead. God damn. I think I might work Chojin and Mina instead of fucking Karai. Now, God, that's crazy. I didn't know it was that much. That's 71%, and then when they die, it's another 71%. Then Mina gives you 80. That's crazy. Either one of these heroes, that's a shit ton of damage. But again, how would it fare with like your stats, my stats being lower? So I really think with all this damage, the highest your war machines need to be is maybe around 350 to 400. Honestly, and this doesn't matter if you're going against 600% um infantry stats or not. It doesn't matter. I've seen it happen before where, well, I haven't actually seen it, but I've heard it happening before. We went against, I think it was K 145. I think it was 145, and all of their big guys had left. It was like, why? Damn, these is a lot of big dudes. Why the fuck are we going against this kingdom? And turns out they left because they got knocked out of the. They had 600% infantry stats. They got knocked out of the palace with 300% war machine stats. And I'm like, how the fuck is that even possible? So they quit because they felt the game was bullshitting them. I mean, yeah, hey, listen, if that happened to me, I probably quit too. To be honest, I probably quit because come on, that's 300% difference. It's not like there's a ratio. It's not like if you're attacking someone with 200, I'll say 250% infantry, defense, attack, blah, blah, all that other shit, and your cavalry or whatever is only 400 or 350, you're probably gonna lose depending on the defense and how many troops, because there's a ratio. You have to be well over their ratio in order to like plow through that person's defense. And 300% is well the fuck over their ratio. So I don't know how in the hell that they managed to beat them with that big of a gap in stats. That's absolutely ridiculous. So the only thing I could think of is maybe, just maybe, when Chojin and Agin first came out, maybe they just decided to work Chojin and all these other people, and they decided to try to damage them, because that's what these heroes do. They put you, they give you an advantage when you're not, when you're at a disadvantage. They give you an advantage when you're in a disadvantage. When you're not favored to win, they kind of help you out. That's what Karai, Chojin, Mina, that's what all of them do. They make it to where it's an even playing field, because, oh, you're stronger than me, but I'm finna, damage the shit out of you. And it even says it, one-sided siege battles. Meaning, now it doesn't mean that, this is one-sided on my end. No, it means that, damn, I'm outmatched. Let me send these two. Seriously. So if you can get these two, power first is definitely right. But if you don't want to go with those two, too much work for you, what have you, Karai, man, you still gonna double back and do double damage. That damage is important. Damage is more important than stats. So if you're a war machine person like I am, which I don't really know who the fuck he is, because I've not seen another war machine player since I started in this kingdom. Back when I was in 170, like a long time ago, that's all everyone ever used. Heroes came out, everyone switched to cavalry. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell? And then it went from cavalry straight to infantry. I was like, what the fuck? So it's been infantry ever since. So hopefully War Machines will make a comeback, man. I'm going to keep working on I'm not going to give up on them, because I want to be different and I want this shit to work. And I'm also going to push my archers so I can stop fucking using infantry, because it's fucking annoying. I'm getting bored, and instead of beating infantry with infantry, I want to beat it with like archers or beat it with war machines. So that's my goal. And like I said, my hero for this video is Corrado. Check him out if you're a war machine guy. And Drastic, take us out. Peace. But still I make a way, and that's why they feel it, 'cause if I make it, they